Hello everyone and welcome back to the Lemon Redux here on the Rubelli Gaming channel. I was gonna say we're out here expanding, but it's really not that far from the main downtown. We are putting in a small chapel and a cemetery to hopefully help with some of the happiness, quality of life kind of stuff there. If you hear noise in the background that sounds like a computer running, it's possible that you're hearing the new fans. I'm trying to make sure that the temps don't get too crazy while I'm playing and recording and all that jazz. I don't know if any of you guys are techie types. I am not. I am distinctly a game player, so I'm a bit out of my depth with this a lot of the time, but you know, we do what we can. I'm gonna go ahead and switch this water wheel sawmill back to firewood so we can stay ahead of that. We're up to 150 lumber, and I don't want it to get too crazy. We've got some herbs and reeds out here in this old town trading post. We haven't had someone stop here yet. Oh, I just saw a person cross the bridge. Okay, good to know that that worked. And we are getting apricots this year. Oh, we got it last year. Okay, 600 last year, almost 700. So now hopefully we will get some other seeds, some regular seeds, and we can start getting proper farms going. Oh, there we go. Got one of them coming in. That'll be good. We're still not great when it comes to number of available workers. So, you know, I don't want to go too insane with building stuff. You know, we'll have to put priest, pastor, cleric over there. You know, we have these different things, like we have someone working in the market, etc. So we need to be careful. This is going to be really nice when we get all the houses in this area. That'll be really good. We've got these shore houses here ready to go for when we decide to build a brickworks and a glassworks, which I think was one of the jobs we were gonna do. Okay, so the bison added another bison, but at this rate, if they're multiplying one every 2 years, it's gonna be a while before we get any of that leather or meat from them. Sheep, perfect. Did I order them? Because if I didn't order them and they just happened to arrive, that's pretty awesome. Okay, let's do 3 if we can afford it. So we'll go 250 firewood and 400 herbs. Yeah, that's what I meant. 400 value in herbs. 200, okay, 1800. Should I? Yeah, that's good. So, no, that just got dumb lucky. Well, thank you so much, Carriot, the rancher. That is perfect. It's just what we wanted. Soon we will be switching over to wool coat. Lovely. And we'll go back and forth between wool and leather. Pipe tobacco and ale. We don't need either of those. Alright, so our health went up just having a cemetery? Or no, it's not even built yet. Just having a chapel built, I guess, did that. So we'll staff that. Let's see how that goes for us. And then I was gonna build this road, but I decided not to. I don't know. I mean, maybe I just carry this road straight over to that main road, or maybe I stop here and go north with it. We'll try that. I don't know what we want to put in here, but you know, maybe we can put in some lemons. Oh wow. The Elder Statesman. Wow. Elonda the Gatherer and Ryle the Gatherer. Nice. What is, how's this water scavenger do? So last season they got us, this is one person, mind you, got 500, 600? Yeah. Over 600 food. And they get these pearls that make for nice trade goods. So, that's pretty darn good, if you ask me. Hopefully the picture... Well, now it's raining. But I was going to say, hopefully the picture quality is decent for you guys. Now with the upgraded rig, we shouldn't have the stutters and screen tearing that we were getting sometimes before. You can see, I know this is... You know, it's not maybe the most graphically heavy or sophisticated game compared to what's on the market now, but I still really like it. I do. It's so well done. You know, there's a lot of other games. Like, I've enjoyed playing Foundation, don't get me wrong, but for me, there'll never be another Banished. You know, other games are like inspired by Banished or sort of have similar gameplay loops, but there's only one. This was, you know, I've told people before that the reason that I built a gaming PC was because I was watching streamers play games like Rust, like PUBG, but the reason that I like really enjoyed the process of having a PC that I built was this game, specifically the Colonial Charter mod. Somebody asked, I think it was YouTube Gaming asked on X, you know, basically like what got you started, and I was like, you know what? I'd be lying if I didn't say that what got me started was watching One Last Midnight play Colonial Charter mod a long time ago. What would that be? I almost said 6-7 years ago. Can you tell the age of one of my children? Actually, both of my children enjoy saying 6, 7. Alright. So, back to the story here. I need to check on our housing. We're probably ready. Yeah, 4 houses. Yeah. If I wait too long, we're gonna be behind the 8 ball on that. So let's go ahead and open up this one. And now that we have a couple of these, I wonder if yeah. Well, these are good. That's a good thing to have. Maybe I'll do a second row right there. Put this in, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm not going to build all of them. But I think I'll do these 3, and then I want to mark over here. So I'm going to come over to this spot. It's a little bit silly to have this little hitch here. And in fact, I might go ahead and put in a little stockpile in that little hitch. Just because it's nice to have a place to store non barn type materials. And then I was thinking maybe we put a house here so that we know where this limit is. Do a salt box right here. Then this part, honestly, along here might be a great place to do food processing stuff. Let's do we don't have a grain yet for a bakery. Smokehouse, salting house, but let's do. Stone is low. Okay. Reeds, venison, and fish. Okay. So let's do a venison butcher. Let's do a venison butcher right here on the corner. We need the next batch of trades to come through. There they are. There's that one. I think I might have us grab. First, I'll just go with the stone here. Since we're out of stone. And we'll grab a bit more of this stone down to here. There's a good bit over here, but those two areas should be enough. But part of what we need to figure out is, you know, we don't want to eat up too much of that forest, but it might make sense to put a mine right here, because then, so there's a stone and salt mine. You could do a stone mine. There's the iron ore and coal mine, and then there's the tin ore shaft and the copper ore shaft. Because if we want to do tinnery, like this foundry can do tin. I mean, we're not quite to that point in the save, but it's just something we need to plan for. I think I'm going to go ahead and put in a stone mine so we start getting building caught fire. What the heck, bro? Well, we're right by water, so hopefully they get it put out before it spreads. I haven't had a disaster in one of these saves in so long. Jeez. A well wouldn't have saved us there. Okay. That's a bummer. Alright, what'd you bring us? Sand. Don't need sand. Not yet. And you brought us seeds. Okay, great. So I would love... Oh, we have wool, so we don't need the flax seeds. Did I order flax seeds? No. They just randomly brought flax seeds. That's crazy. Well, I feel like we want all these. We don't have the resources to get all these, but let's go ahead and have them bring over. Let's do 250 iron ore. And let's do... Oh, jeez. I don't know what I just hit, but it doesn't like the number pad for some reason. Okay. Boy, that is... I thought it'd be worth at least 4. I'm not sure that's even worth it. What else do we have that we could trade? We could do more herbs. Let's do more herbs. $500 herbs. Oh, I was hitting enter, not 0. If we can do pumpkins and... do we need flax? I mean, we could do a lot with flax. Can we get to 7,500 though? That feels pretty impossible. So once we get to 500 firewood, that'll be 2,000. We have more reeds. Let's do another. Sorry, I know this isn't the most compelling gameplay, sitting here waiting for people to deliver us materials, but you know, you wait to get the planter to actually bring you things that you need, and when they're here, I feel foolish asking them to go. I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and purchase the pumpkin seeds. And then we want the flax because we can make linen. We can sell linen even if we don't use it to make clothes, or we can make those fancy clothes and sell the fancy clothes. I mean, this is an incredible opportunity. So that's 1,000 there. There's 1,000 here. So that gets us halfway to it. I think we just sit on this. We can do... let's do 100 iron. I know that's foolish, but... I mean, we just do 75 iron. And... maybe 25 iron tools. We can get there. This is like a game opening opportunity. So it's gonna get us scarce on a few things for a bit, but ultimately it'll be good. We'll go ahead and put somebody in there making pumpkins. We'll do somebody else here. Pumpkins and apricots. Should be good. Hope everybody's doing well. I know I'm pretty terrible at the welcoming intro situation. I usually just jump right in playing, but Yeah, 19 homes and 18 families now because I hesitated and missed that one. But we've got some promising young families, so that should be good. And the deer butcher, that'll get us making some steaks there. Okay, so we'll do it this way. We'll do the 75 iron, then we'll do the 250 firewood, the 250 herbs, and the 1,000 reeds. So we need, let's maybe just do 200 here, and then so what is that, a value of 25 that we need to get. We'll do 2 pearls. Now we just need a value of 5 more. I'm not giving you a dime more than I need to, so here comes the flax seeds. And I would love to be able to get some of these other things too, but we need time to replenish our stores. So I'm gonna bump this back down to 2,500. I mean 250. The herbs will go down to 200. The iron we zero out. Iron tools we zero out. Iron ore we zero out. Reeds. We'll go 1,000 on the reeds. The pearls can stay at 100. Alright. And we'll drop 2 people off there. The reserve of iron is low. Well, that happens when you trade it away. But the good news is, you know what? On second thought, let's. So this is a thing with Colonial Charter that's different than the other one, is that they have this distinction plantation. So when you make a field into a plantation, it accounts for it differently. So this is going to be our flax field, and we'll have an extra tailor, which I may even put over in the industrial area. Actually, one of the cool things about this set, I don't know that we want to do it yet, but they have these more like this tailoring company. Well, we can't do it yet. Okay, the weaver I might do. A weaver, it says, makes linen cloth and silk out of flax, cotton, and silkworm cocoons. They can also fashion rugs. So let me see if I can get a good clear spot. I'm not going to build it up here, but just so you guys can see the building. So look at this. It's got stone bottom, wood roof, and it's got in here, I can't zoom in anymore, but in that lower part, it's got 3 little looms there. Very cool idea, and the kind of building that I think makes sense for this industrial area that we're putting together. And honestly, I think what I might do, is put it here, because I'm seeing that we're gonna have a glassworks and a brickworks. Maybe we'll do glassworks, brickworks. We can do a nice decent size storage area here. So these guys will produce and go there. The only problem with doing all this stuff over here is that our housing is going to stop here. So these people are going to have a long way to walk. unless we do like a little small housing area here, we could do a little I thought there was a little tiny communal one. Oh, you know what? I think there's a dock. There's a dock market. Storage. Dock small market. It doesn't have to be on a dock. Yeah. That would be kind of cool. Put something like this over here and then have like a dozen houses around it, so they would be the workers for some of these fields but a bunch of the industry. Or I could straight up just put it on the coast and put houses in here that would work in these jobs. Yeah, I don't know. So much to think about in this game. Go ahead and bump that to 50,000 food. Don't ever stop getting food. Let's check our population real quick. 21 families, 19 homes. Alright. It's weird. I feel like I just got into this episode and we're already at the almost 27-minute mark. I blame our substantial trading, but we have arrived. I'm not seeing any pumpkins, which is what I might call alarming. At least the flax is growing, and the apricots are growing. So there's hope, but I think we need to call it there. We'll zoom in on the flax field, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.